Alright guys, Rxllout here and welcome back to another nope, that's not the intro. We are live today with another beat review that's better. Maybe slightly early, but hope everyone is doing well. As always, these are the beats we have got today. Remember to like this video, live stream, whatever you want to call it. We have Phantom produced by JL Beats, we have Slide H-Type Beat by Grey Beats, we have T Zandos X I Song produced by Level 1. You have UK New York Drill Type Beat by ERS, 22Gs by Anas L Moly. We have Blade by Sean R. Excuse me. Certified Chinger by OFB, well, not by OFB. Certified Chinger OFB Pounds M24 D1 Type Beat by Dans R. We also have Drill Type Beat Chains produced by Draco. Drill number 43 mixed and mastered HRZ Productions, and Hustler by Manny Media. Hope everyone is doing well, happy, healthy, positive. Yeah, we have lots of beats that have been sent in lately, so if yours isn't here then I apologize for that, but yeah, it'll be on the next one, or should be coming up soon. So yeah, like I said, hope everyone is happy, healthy. How many we got here? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Yeah, we're good for numbers. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's start listening to these. So the first one is Phantom produced by JL Beats. Let's go. Oh wait, the limiter is on, if I remember. Yeah, it is. So here we go. Phantom produced by JL Beats. Let's see what it sounds like.
JL, this sounds mad.
Nice bounce already. I'd like the melodies turned up slightly again, a bit more on frequencies there, but maybe there is later in the track. Oh, very nice hit. Wait. Oh. Okay. Oh. Oh. That drop is nice. That low end is killing it. That percussion, man, that percussion is there. This is mixed very well. You guys are getting better at mixing, I can tell. This is grimy. So about here I'd put in a counter melody just to kind of take the listener's ear away from the main melody. I like the vocal as well though, vocal's nice. That hi-hat part in the background is so shifty and cool. It's very nice. I like that clap as well. It's almost like you've taken a lot of low end out of it, but it fits very well with this beat. Again, props to the mixing and master on this. It's very solid. I hear like OFB or something on this. Nicely structured as well. You can see here with a good structured beat, these segments are, you know, cut out. By the way, I'm sorry if I'm sniffling a bit. I've just been out for a run, so it's freezing outside, but that's despite the thing, the review. I'm just kind of saying that in case you're wondering, but yeah, very nice mixing, mastering, and structuring here. Very, very solid. I like it a lot. Melody, I would bring up a bit more. That sound could be just a little bit louder. Again, not very much. There's not really much to complain about here at all, honestly. It's very solid, very well mixed. JL Beats clearly knows what he's doing. But I would add a bit more kind of, you know, excitement to the melody, and a bit more, maybe a counter melody here and there, maybe a bit of percussion. Very subtle though, to mix with a beat. Oops. Yeah, that is very nice, very, very well mixed. Again, I could see this getting sold because it's got mix and masterings there. It's very simple, solid, but again, I would add some different sounds to it, like maybe a very low flute or something, like just in the background, but just something to catch the listener's ear, have a bit of ear candy in there. But again, very solid beat. Thank you very much JL Beats for sending that one in. solid, nice sounding UK drill beat, very nice. Next one is Slide H-Type Beat by Grey Beats. Let me quickly be back 2 seconds. I might blow my nose so I don't bother anyone. Alright, I'm back. Let's go on this again. Okay, sorry about that. This is a Slide H-Type Beat by Grey Beats. Here we go. Excuse me. Okay. That 808 that's filtered, I think, sounds very cool. And already this sounds exactly like an H-Type beat. I can hear his voice on this already. Hard. This is really got my head bobbing, like very kind of good style here, very H style. I can hear him all over this. Oh, this is doing like the neck crank thing. You know, when you hear a good beat, you're just like you know, cranking your neck. This is killing it. And very unique as well. I like how you're not just you're trying to make beats that stand out as well. That is very appreciated in the producer community. I would definitely add in a vocal sound here, like maybe a female vocal in a higher pitched octave, sort of just like doo-doo-doo, like 1 2 3. Very kind of simple, repetitive notes would work very well here. Just so that melody isn't the only thing we hear. I like the snare patterns you've got here. These high pass snares are sounding cool. And those subtle claps in the background really add a nice effect here. Hard, man, hard, let's go. Okay, yeah, so obviously a mix up with melody would be advised here, or maybe a gross beat, or just something different with the melody. Maybe you've done this in the second section, but for these first 2 bars, you're going to want like section A and section B, so something to kind of mix it up. But that main melody and that beat is very catchy, but like I said, different melodies and sections will definitely help bring this out, add a bit more livelihood and nuance to your beats. I'll just put it in the background, but that banging and build up is very nice. But yeah, this is almost 4 minutes of just the same melody repeating, so that is what I would definitely switch up there. Just different melodies, different vocals, add some spice to it, and kind of just nuances here and there, some ear candy again. But yeah, very solid beat. I like different groove, the different vibe, very solid, very sounding good. But yeah, different melodies and you're solid. But yeah, let's move on to the next one. Thank you again, Grey Beats, for sending that one in. Not bad at all. This is Tizando's X I Song. Tizando's X I Song, produced by Level 1. Okay, let's listen, see what we have got. See what you guys are saying in the chat. Can you do 15 beats today? Sorry, man. We've got 10, and then we'll do 10 next time. I'll try to do these more often, so people can, you know, get more out of it. But yeah, this is Tizando's IX Song, produced by Level 1. Okay, I like the sounds here, I like this melody.
Oh, bullshit.
Level 1 the producer.
Nice tag. I'm digging it. Oh, okay. Those chords could be brought up very slightly to match this vocal a bit. This is hard. This is a hard melody so far. Whoa. Oh, the control on that 808. Oh my god. Left, right. This is hard. I don't know what that vocal is. I don't know what that sound is, but wow, this sounds awesome. This sounds very, very good. Now, with vocals like this, one thing you have to be careful about is if you want an artist to hop on this, you don't want that vocal to be, you know, taking over the main vocal for the artist. So you don't want the same frequency range to be there. So just be careful when you're mixing that. Also, just be careful with doing too much slides here as well. Again, I've said this before, but slides are better used minimally and in certain sections, not just, you know, the entire pattern. So that's just a quick tip. I love these chords. These chords sound beautiful, but I would like them a bit louder, just a bit louder, so they're more effective in the mix. But they're really nice though. Oh, that was a weird 808 kind of. That was cool. I don't know if that was intentional, but I like it. Oh, this is tight, man. This is tight. Ooh. This is smooth stuff. I would maybe add a gross beat or something here. Again, structuring could be slightly better, just more obvious sections, but that kick and low end is so nice. Yeah, I would okay, so I would definitely be a bit more minimal with the slides there. I do like the slides, but I would like to hear them less. I know it sounds like a contradiction, but it's just better to have them more minimal and sparingly in the mix. Again, with vocals, mixing them, be careful if you're trying to sell beats like this, because they could mix up with the artist's vocal, so you might want to tone down the vocal noise. But the composure, the composition, sorry, the chords for that melody were beautiful. The kick and the drum really complemented each other. I'm not 100% sure about how I feel about this. That kick and then the 808, like boom. Again, I would probably like to hear the 808 just like right after the kick, but again, it's not like a terrible thing at all. It's actually quite interesting. So very solid. I love that vocal. Very nice flip of that vocal. But yeah, hopefully those bits of advice helped you. Keep making beats, man. That was very nice sounding. I knew as soon as I heard the chords, yeah, I was already hooked. But very nice beat. We'll move on to the next one, which is a UK New York drill type beat produced by ERS. And yeah, let's get going. Let's see what it's like and review it.
ERS.
Okay, here we go. I was about to say we've had a lack of piano beats for a while, and we've got one right here. This melody is beautiful. It's very nicely mixed so that the high end and the low end are separate, and they're kind of complementing each other instead of getting in the way of each other. Oh. The panning on these snares, is solid. Let's go. I don't say this enough in my videos, but snares panned like this sound awesome. kick could maybe be brought up slightly. Ooh, I like it. Very simple. The 808, there is a bit of distortion about here. That's because the kick and the 808 are kind of mashing a bit together. To fix that, you just pull the attack up on the 808 a bit. Because see how they're both clashing at the same time, they're both playing at the exact same time I think here, and making that distortion effect because they're both fighting for frequency range. I love this pattern. I love these snares, man. This is another melody where it's like it's almost telling a story, like it's you know, it takes you somewhere. It kind of makes you think of, like, it's got a narrative to it. Like a lot of melodies kind of don't have a narrative or like a place they're going. This sounds like it's you know, telling a story, which I like. And I'll tell you who else likes beats like that: artists. Artists love beats where, you know, they can really express themselves. Nice simple vocal here, a repetitive vocal, but it works well. Okay, that was very interesting there, but the one thing I would say is just make sure those are separated, those sounds. I know you were trying to like make a kind of contrast there. Just make sure they're separated in the mix and not playing over each other, so they are you know, in their own space. I know you've tried to do that there, and it's not an easy thing to do, but I appreciate the effort there. This is fire. The composition, everything about this is very, very, very sick. Just make sure, you know, you're a bit tighter with mixing, and this would be solid. Maybe a different kick. I like it, man. That sounds sick. Sounds very cool. Oops. I love this melody. Okay, very solid. Like I said, just make sure the 808 and the kick, the 808 is kind of pulled up a bit from the kick so they're not clashing again. It's as simple as pulling up the attack, and I'll just show you guys now quickly because I might help some of you. But if we got this 808 here, all we do is go to the envelope settings and pull up the attack. That's all you do, so that the kick sits in that pocket there, and the 808 plays after, basically. So an attack like this, and then if we have a kick here, you know, it'll play like that and it won't clip or have any problems. But yeah, thank you very much for sending that in. Hopefully that helped. The frequencies as well, with the two higher pitched notes, the flute and the vocals, again, I love that combination. I would just be careful, make sure they are panned as well and they aren't completely clashing. But no, I liked the ambition there, and I thought it was, yeah, really nice sounding. A few tweaks here and there and you've got it, man. Well done. This is 22Gs by Rxllout. Let me check the chat. What you guys saying up here? Can I send in, or am I late? What's up, level 1? That was a very hard beat. Very nice. Yeah, you're too late to send it for this one, but I will have, I've got loads of beats in my email. I'm going through them all for you. You can send them there. Again, I do 10 each time, so we just go up and up and up. So 22Gs, Rxllout, let's go. I wish I knew what they were saying, but I don't. Does this seem normalized? Okay, so yeah, very quiet. I'll normalize it. See if that helps. Yeah, just mix it very quietly here. Don't be scared to bring up the sounds in your mix. I like the pattern. Okay, let's go. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, the only thing here I'm going to say is the whole volume needs to be brought up again. The melody is not interfering with the drums, but at the same time we're not being able to hear the melody as well as we would like to. So just bring that melody up, the sounds up, and yeah, a louder mix would definitely benefit this. I love the patterns of the 808 though. The 808 pattern itself is just very cool, very unique. Again, don't be scared to bring that snare up either. That snare can be boosted just slightly. Oops. I like the perk as well, that kind of metal noise. I like the counter melodies as well. Like I said, I would just like to hear it a bit louder. Definitely like a diggity kind of beat, like a ghosty type beat. I love the chords though. I love the vibe. The grooves get me bouncing my head. Okay, so the midsection here and the structuring, we would like the structuring to be a bit tighter, so just maybe even half of this would be fine. Again, we don't want down segments to be that long, but you know what, it's fine. The intro as well, we could have this intro, it's a very long intro, we could, you know, cut it down and have more of the beat playing throughout. But yeah, bigger sounds, bigger volumes, bigger yeah, just velocity and stuff, and so we can hear it more, so it has more energy. A bigger, louder energy is fine. But you're doing well with the mixing there. I can see you're, you know, practicing on mixing the kick and the 808 and the snare and everything, which is very good. But once everything else comes up in the mix as well, very solid beat, no problem at all. Thank you very much for sending that in, man. I do appreciate it. That was 22 G's by Anas El Maui. The next one we have is Blade by Sean R at 140 BPM. Let's listen, see what we got here, and see how it goes. Okay, the melody here might be a bit too loud, just a heads up. Again, when you have such loud, thick frequencies like this, it makes it very hard for others to shine. That is very nice on the ears. Like once it goes from a very deep gross beated sound to like a very high pitched nice guitar sound, it's such a treat to the ears there. Nice underwater effect. Mixed pretty well. I thought from the intro like it wouldn't be. Again, I'd bring that melody down slightly. The melody is still a bit too loud, even just in velocity. Bring it down, maybe not volume. Oh, you've got this mix is nice, and there's a lot of energy here, a lot of energy. Hey. This is tough. Again, I'm liking the velocity and, you know, stuff in the drums and everything. Maybe a bit too loud with the melody, but again, not too bad. Nice percussion there as well. A nice kind of addition here to the beat. And that melody just carries that beat along very nicely. It all flows very well together. I'd like to hear the snare a little bit louder as well. That 808 part is killing it, man. It's going all over the place and it just sounds very, very good. Oh, Oh, and the guitar coming back. Let's go. Woo, woo. Hey, this is good shit. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm doing the Rick Ross, man. I'm doing the Rick Ross. Woo, woo. Whoa, this has such a swag to it, man. Whoa. Right, so what would I say about that one? Again, maybe bring the velocity down slightly. Again, there wasn't really much problems with the mixing. It was all kind of concise and worked well there. Again, not really much to complain about other than the melody a wee bit loud. Structuring as well, I'd maybe take out the kick here maybe, just to kind of give the listeners a break from the drums for the next drop here. Again, the snare could be a bit more crunchy, like maybe layer that with a clap or something, or a lower octave snare, and it might punch out a bit better in the mix. But again, very solid, very nicely mixed for the most part, besides the melody. Again, bring that down, and hopefully that helps you a bit. Very nicely done, man. That was Blade by Sean R, 140 BPM, solid, stylish, cool, very nice. Next one we have is Certified Chinger by Dan's R. It's an OFB pounds M24 D1 type beat. Sounds good. Melody is so good. Yeah, man, melody was tight. Melody was very solid there. Let's go. Let's listen. Okay, some nice chords to start off with here.
Dancer B. Dancer B.
Dancer. Okay. The effects are good. Nice melody. Nice. The 808, I'm kind of struggling here a bit here. The 808's kind of a bit too dim. I would bring it up in the mix here. Yeah, the 808 definitely needs to be brought up just to match the kick, just to be, you know, maybe just below the kick here. So if we brought the 808 just up to here, a little bit lower than the kick, so it kind of just plays out. I'm kind of looking for a pad here, something to kind of fill out the a lot of the frequency ranges. There's a lot of frequency ranges here that are kind of left unused, which I would definitely build up on if it was my beat. Snare could use a bit more low end as well. Nice vocal effect there. And the melody here, the chords could use a bit of reverb and delay on them. So they just play out a bit more on the beat and have a bit more flow instead of just stopping as the beat plays. I like that counter melody as well, very nice sounding counter melody. But yeah, definitely these chords, some delay on them. And a nice pad here would work fantastically. Oh, nice drop. Nice build up there again. That reverse riser effect definitely worked solidly, but like I said, bring up the melody a wee bit and kind of fill out a lot more of those frequencies. Don't be scared to use pads. Be a bit more creative with like flutes and just different sounds and stuff. Experiment and see what you can come up with. But again, very solid. It was just yeah, a lot of room to kind of expand here. You've got a lot of room in the frequency range to do with what you want. So just be don't be scared to experiment with some new melodies and styles of sounds. But yeah, very solid. I like the percussion again, the risers, the sounds, very interesting, very cool. Thank you for sending that in. That was Certified Chinger by Danzer. Appreciate that very much, man, for sending that in. The next one we have here is Drill Type Beat Chains, produced by Draco, 140 BPM. Let's go. You can tell this one's like grabbing me by the balls already. A lot of high energy here. Need a breather after that one, hold on. Okay. That low end is blowing my ears off. Okay, this is a very hard beat, but it would be very difficult for an artist to hop on this, I feel. And obviously it's extremely loud. Very hard drop though, very hard everything here. Few sounds here kind of crashing together, just be aware of that when you're mixing. That lower hi-hat is almost as loud as the kick. I love that effect there. It's like a fairy effect from Zelda or something. Melody is fire. Melody is everywhere, man. It's yeah, it's just in your face, kind of grabbing you by the balls here. I like it a lot. Nice goal. I would say a vocal doesn't really need to be that loud in the mix. Again, we're not trying to boost everything as loud as possible. We're trying to create like a good, you know, levels here. Having a vocal this loud will take away from an artist's kind of creativity. The melody mixed with the vocal, the pads, everything, though, very good. Yeah, levels here. Just bring down certain things again. Don't have everything blistering in the mix, and then just soft clip it. Be mindful of your levels and make sure everything has its own space, its own volume, and it would make these sounds. You usually think if you don't have things louder, you know, it's going to take away from them, but it's actually the opposite. If you bring them down and level them and put them in the right place, it's going to bring out these elements even more. It's not going to feel so like you know, like someone's shouting in your face, like, here's my beat, like, well, listen, it's really loud, like it. It's like, just bring the levels in, kind of have everything in its own space, and be a bit more moderate and minimal and considerate when you're mixing. And it'll bring out a lot of the elements that you've put in here, because you have put a lot of elements in here, and they don't get the chance to shine if everything is extremely loud. But that being said, very solid. I love the melodies and everything here, good energy. Just, you know, reel it in a bit and yeah, work on it a bit more with the levels, and you should be solid, man. Very nice, very nice. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. Fairy effect. Yeah, I'll change it. Just what one you need changed, I'll do it after this. I'll have a look at the chat when I'm done, and I'll change it for you, don't worry. This is this next one is drill number 43, mixed and mastered by Rxllout Productions. Let's go. Alright, I already hear Heady 1 on this melody. Like, where's Heady 1 at? This melody needs to be sent to him. pads, nice kind of like spacey pads here. Oh, mean 808. That low end is amazing. Ooh, this is solid. This is very nice. That atmospheric kind of dark effect. This is very cool. This is like just like aggression and like power in like a beat. Is very nice. That low end is so clean. Again, it gets a little bit started when the slides come in, so maybe bring the velocity down on the slide notes slightly. There's a lot of S's. Ooh, I love this kind of melody.
Police believe the weapon may have been dumped elsewhere.
Okay. This percussion, this hat, everything's working together nicely. It's just making you want to jump and bob my head about. And that snare is cutting right through the mix very nicely. The hi-hat, man, working so nicely with that melody. Very nice effect here with, I don't know what it is, it's like a coin effect or something, but it's definitely good at catching the ear. Solid. Oh. This is a treat for my ears, man. That was so cool. Let's rewind that bit once, man. Right, it's about halfway through. So, what would I say about this? I mean, that low end, that mixing was very, very nice. The only thing, the slide notes, bring them down in velocity. I would say again, you don't need your slide notes to be as high in velocity as the low end because different frequencies and they can kind of clash. But oh, that was solid, man. That was really nice. That was just such a creepy vibe, such a like space, like kind of sci-fi vibe. Makes sure that low deep end just sounded so cool. Very, very solid, man. Again, really not much to complain other than structuring. Try and keep the structuring consistent. We don't want, like, you know, the first part structured and then the next just completely unstructured. That's going to turn a lot of artists off and it turns a lot of listeners off. You're wanting the person to stay interested in your beat the whole way through. You don't want to have, you know, okay, that was cool, that first section, and then everything's just beats. Like the whole end of it is just the same. I know it's not going to be the same. I'm just saying with the contrast between the low end, you know, the kick and the drums and the 808 and everything, you're wanting that to be contrasted with melody that isn't, you know, booming with low end. So a bit better structuring and slide notes, you know, be a little bit more chill with the velocity, and that is very solid, man. Nicely mixed, nicely mastered, not bad at all. Thank you very much for sending that in. That was drilled number 43, mixed and mastered by HRZ Productions. Well done. This next one we have is Hustler by Manny Media. First thing I'll say off this one, structuring again, we can't have the beat playing the whole way through. People will get bored and want to turn it off. So yeah, that's a bit of a problem there, but yeah, I'm sure you know that by now. Alright, this sounds like something Kanye West would go on. I like it. Okay, so the strings, first of all, velocity needs to be turned down a bit. Strings are a bit too aggressive in the mix, and they are deteriorating from a lot of the frequencies in the kick and the kick so far. The energy is here though. This energy is wild, but again, the strings and everything's just a bit too aggressive, and not in like a, you know, it's hard and aggressive, just like it's too loud, and velocity wise it's taking away from the drums a bit. And the snare, well, the snare's a bit too, like, I think you've boosted the transient a bit too much, but other than that, the energy and the vibe and the sounds in this are very inspiring and very cool. It's a nice kick as well. That kick's punching very nicely through the mix. Very hard. You guys, every single beat review I do, the percussion is what stands out. Like the way you guys have mastered these drill sounds, these drill hats, these drill snares is just so cool. Like this beat just gets me bobbing my head. But like here we can obviously see like a structure change would be good, like just take out the low end, take out something, maybe switch up the melody, just something subtle to kind of take the listener's ears away from all of this frequency, because this is a lot of frequency, it's a lot of sound, it's a lot of volume, and if someone's going to be listening to something for 3 minutes, they're going to want to hear different changes and a bit of a breather from such loud sounds. So you do that with structuring basically. Love this counter melody, dun, 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 kind of counter melody from the strings here as well. I also like how you've used a bass instead of an 808. It works kind of well here, but again, just a bit too loud. Okay, and the strings themselves, like, they do sound good, but they're better used as complementary sounds, simply because they have a lot of frequencies where the vocal will be. So if you imagine an artist on this beat, their vocal would very easily get swamped out by a lot of that high mid-range, that kind of noises, because that's very much similar to the way our vocal cords work. Our vocal cords are like, you know, the tones usually or just in that range kind of. So yeah, work on that. Volume and loudness is just a bit too much as well. I mean, you can see that even from the, you know, everything here. And the structuring, again, just, yeah, take some time to learn how to structure with these. And your beats will definitely improve. Give the listeners a different experience. You know, side A and part B basically. And yeah, your beats will definitely improve. But thank you to everyone sending these beats in. We will be live very soon with another one. I'll try and do it in the next few days. I can't promise anything, but we have a lot of beats to review, a lot of you know, tracks to go over basically, and we have like 10 already for the next one. So I think we do, but send them in and you will eventually get reviewed. I promise. I try not to leave anyone out. I don't skip any of these beats unless they are, you know, different files or their Twitter links or SoundCloud links. Don't send outside the SoundCloud links. Send in waves or MP3s. Waves or MP3s. And if you want in drill beats, drill midis, drums, everything, I have 3, and I have another one, it's just not here. So Precision, Execute and Enhance are all drum and MIDI kits which you can buy if you're wanting to improve your sound and your UK drill style. So that is the live stream, guys. Again, thank you all very much for coming. I want to just, you know, take this time to say thank you to everyone who has kind of supported my channel and, you know, joined me with these live streams and just being a nice supporting force. I don't really do these to, you know, make money or, you know, just make cash off you guys. I like to kind of be there to help you out in these hard times, you know, give you something to listen to, hopefully encourage you to improve when we're in quarantine and, you know, isolating and stuff. We can all improve our beat making, we can all learn from each other. So that's kind of what these live streams are. They're here to help. They're not here to put any of you down. They're not here to ridicule or, you know, pick apart or pick one track over the other. I just listen, I give my honest opinion on them, and you guys can improve. You guys can take the criticism either way you'd like, but just know none of it's ever to put you down or, you know, embarrass you or anything. It's to help and to improve. So hopefully you take that the right way and you guys enjoy getting your beats reviewed. I can tell, so because there's obviously a lot of people still sending them in, but please stay safe. Again, it's the times are how they are, and we'll get through it. We'll get on with it, and we'll move to the next thing, and then life should be back to normal soon, hopefully. But yeah, I hope everyone's happy, healthy, keeping going, and, you know, not giving up and staying productive. So hopefully you guys can improve. You know, just very small things here and there everyone can improve on. So take care, guys. Thank you as always very much for watching. Again, kits are available if you're interested. If not, that's all good. But yeah, see you in the next one I do. Much love, guys. See you.